It's 64 boy.
Scratch.
Dressing the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Adjusting the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Dressing the culture, I'm adjusting the culture, huh? Dressing the culture, I'm adjusting the culture. We gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come adjust the culture, we gon' talk about it. Come and adjust the culture, huh? Brick by brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture, and we back with another exciting show. Now, today we got a special guest in the building. Now, when we talk about being a songstress, sensuality, sexy style, bringing that good feeling back to R&B, you know that feeling, that nostalgia, when you heard that song for the first time, it put you right back in that place where you was the first time you heard it. Today's artist is giving you that feeling, using her voice and her dope style to breathe life back into the culture of R&B. We got the one, we got the only, we got Ashten in the building. Welcome to Address the Culture.
Hey. Thank you for having me today.
No problem, man. It's dope to have somebody like you to come through to address the culture, because we both know in this game there's no flowers. You know what I mean? It's a hard road to make it in this game. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And when you striving and you trying to do everything that you can to make it, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can get tough. So seeing somebody in your position that's continuing to push the envelope, you know what I'm saying, to reach their height as they can move through this game, it's inspirational, it's motivational. You know what I'm saying? So I had to have somebody like you to come through the culture, you know what I'm saying, to address it and motivate the game. So thank you for coming through.
Yes. Well, I'm excited.
No problem. So with all that being said, the first thing I want to know is, how did you get your name?
I mean, that's my name.
That's your name?
My mom and dad gave it to me.
Okay. It's your birth
Ashten
name.
is my birth name. Yes.
Okay. You know, you gotta check these days. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know.
That is true, because you never know. You never know. But yes, Ashten is my government name.
Okay. You on your Will Smith check? You know what I'm talking about? You gonna use your real name?
Like that.
You got your Will Smith bag. Okay, I feel you. So with all that being said, who is Ashten?
Ashten is a sultry, sexy songstress. I'm one of those people who goes around and sprinkles a little fairy dust everywhere. I never meet a stranger. I'm known for going in the booth and sprinkling that fairy dust on all these rappers' tracks and, just making things sweet and sexy. So that's I'm the girl that you come to when you need a little something sprinkled on the track.
Okay. A little fairy dust. You know what I'm talking about?
Something like that,
Yeah. Talk your shit. How did you first get your start in music? Like, when did you know, like, this is something that I could see myself doing forever?
I feel like it's almost cliche, but I mean, I've always known, I've always been drawn to entertaining as a child. When I was a little girl, I would run around the house and be singing. I'll never forget, when Janet Jackson had, she was out with Rhythm Nation, right? My mom went and bought me an exact leather jacket, just like Janet had. And it
Why
had
she do that?
music notes and microphones and all kinds of cute little charms on it. And then over time, as I got older, I would find myself, locked up in my room for hours, just singing songs to my teddy bears and my Barbies, and they're all cheering me on. And I'm like, so, I kind of figured out a way to, just give the crowd a little something. Yeah. And so eventually my parents, because I would never do it in front of anybody. It was always me by myself, eventually. And I want to say I was in the 4th grade.
Okay.
I decided to come out of my shell a little bit after, figuring out that I could really sing.
Okay.
And I asked my teacher if I could sing for her on the blacktop. And so I sang for my teacher on the blacktop. And in the school district that I'm in, that I was in at the time, it was A-Leaf. They have it to where the schools are like from pre-K to 4th, and then you go to intermediate schools. So
Okay.
being
Okay.
that, we had our 4th grade graduation. And so, it was this big thing where we had this event, and, we had the children's choir, and, we
Okay.
all learned for our parents. So, when you go to those little things, you don't know if the kids are going to sound good or not, but you just
Yeah.
go because you're just proud of your babies. So,
Yeah.
it was funny because after singing for my teacher on the blacktop, she told the principal about my talent. And
Okay.
it's funny because the principal and my dad were friends, so they knew each other. And so the principal was like, "Ashton, I want you to sing a solo." And I was like, "You want me to sing a solo? Okay." So I told my parents, and they did not know. They just knew I liked music, but they didn't know I could sing. And
Yeah.
so my parents, it was so funny because, when my dad tells me the story, um, all of the family that was coming to the graduation, he was like, "Okay, so y'all, I'm gonna lay it out for y'all. Ashton's gonna sing at this graduation. I don't know what it's gonna sound like, but just get ready."
Yeah.
So he was kind of, preparing the family,
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
didn't know.
Clap for
And
my baby,
so
good or bad. Clap for my baby.
that part. So, he warned them. And then when my time actually came, I did it, and they were like,
Yeah. Yeah. She can sing.
"From
Sing.
there." And so
Yeah.
from there, my dad, he put me in singing lessons, and just kind of allowed me to kind of perfect, or like hone in on my craft. So, I had those lessons, I had that training, and I'm thankful for it because, because of it, I know how to use my voice.
Yeah.
And not only that, again, I learned how, I learned a little more about stage presence, and, being able to command a crowd and things like that. So I just kind of, went on from there. And, as I got
Yeah.
older, I learned that I could write, and I'm a damn good writer. And,
Talk your
I've
shit.
been doing it ever since.
That's dope, man. Shout out to having a very supportive family that
Absolutely.
found,
Yes.
seen that you had a talent, and then they fed it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people out here who have talents and their family don't support them. They might not have the means or choose not to. So shout
Yeah.
out to your family, man, for, you know what I'm saying, recognizing a star and feeding her what she needs. You know what I'm saying? That's dope.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Who inspires you to make music? Even back in the day and today, like who still gives you them goosebumps, and you know what I'm saying, give you that feeling?
So the artists that like really really influenced me were people like Tamia,
Mm,
Mariah Carey,
yeah,
Brian McKnight. I love Tank. I want to be the female Tank. That's my goal, is to be the female Tank.
that's dope. That's a good.
And I actually had somebody jump in my inbox and tell me, "You are the female Tank," and I was like,
That's
but yeah,
it.
stuff like that. Janet Jackson, Beyonce, Aaliyah,
Yeah,
Missy Elliott,
yeah,
man, just so many people. TLC, there's so many people that like really just inspired me to kind of make my own, or kind of made me who I am in terms of my style and my groove.
yeah,
So yeah, those are I'm sure there's probably many others, but those are the main ones that just really made Ashton.
yeah. That's dope. That's a good little gumbo. You know what I'm talking about? An artist. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When you mix it all up, you get Ashton, huh? Talk your shit. Um,
Yeah.
how would you describe the music that you create?
Sexy.
Mm,
Sexy and sensual. Um, One thing about me is I'm a firm believer in love. And like I want I want people to feel. So if I can help people love each other and, feel up on each other and, make babies and name them after me, I'm all for it. So I just feel like it's my job to help usher that, maybe even help usher a conversation. I mean, because not all of my songs are sexy. I have switched it up a little bit here and there just to kind of give my audience a taste of other things. But yeah, like at the end of the day, my music or the songs that I write, they're all about being relatable.
Yeah,
It's real, it's something
yeah,
that you could feel. So that's what I'm all about. So yeah.
yeah.
So sexy and real.
That's dope. You know what I mean? And let's be
Real
honest.
sexy. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay. All right. Bars. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. When we talk about this man woman thing, when we talk about sex and we talk about being real, that's reality. You know what I'm talking about? That's a huge
It's the
part.
world going.
Man, come on, man. Talk about it. So, I mean, that subject can never get old. It's always something that people, when it comes to men and women, that we want to hear and want to hear different variations of that same topic. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you
So,
go.
yeah. I get it. I get it. So when you get in the studio and you get in your zone, you know what I'm saying? Kind of walk me through your process. Like, are you the type of person you need some candles lit? You need the studio dark. You need only green
I do need the
M&Ms.
lights to be low. I do need the lights to be low. I prefer that, just to kind of give me that sexy ambiance.
Okay.
Maybe a little red light action going.
Okay.
I likes that.
Okay. When you making your music, what's your process like when you record? Like, are you the type of person that hit a beat a little bit and come up with a melody, or you
Yes.
just, how you
Yeah,
get down?
for sure. So like, I'll get a track, I listen to it, and it's always the melodies first. So I'll just kind of start humming to it, or like just singing, and I'll just be oohing and ahhing and just running. And
Yeah,
next thing you
yeah,
know, the words just start flowing.
yeah,
And I do everything at home first before going to the studio, because I like to be prepared.
yeah. Talk
That's one
about
thing
it.
about me. I like to be prepared. I'm
Yeah,
not one of those people who's going to sit in the studio for 12 hours trying to write a song,
yeah,
wasting time.
yeah,
When I go to the studio, I demo my songs at home.
yeah,
I write my lyrics. I write, like, all my harmonies. I know every ooh, every ah, like literally everything that I'm gonna sing, every note. Um, you know, every I demo everything, and then
yeah,
once I know that I have that right formula for that song, then I go to the studio and record it.
yeah,
And because of that, it doesn't take me long because all I'm doing is replicating what I've already done.
yeah,
So because of that, I'm able to get things done rather quickly in the studio because I already
yeah.
know what I want. It's there, it's ready. So that's
Yeah,
what I do.
I get it. Time is money.
The
My
time
money.
sure is money.
You know
Yes.
what I'm talking about? That's a
Yes.
fact. Studio is for recording. We go there to record, not to write. But I know some people want to be in that zone in the studio and want to write. But I was always the person that I write at the crib, and we go to the studio. It's time to record. You know what I'm talking
There you
about?
go.
So
That's
yeah,
fun.
that's a fact. I want to kind of tap into something else a little bit because
Okay.
you're artist that's kind of multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always interested to tap into the artist a little bit. Now you are an amazing songwriter. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
So I kind of want to talk to you a little bit about that. When did you realize that songwriting was something that you would excel at? You know what I'm saying? And not just sing songs that other people wrote for you. And when did you first decide that that was something that you wanted to know and that you was good at?
Again, at a young age.
Okay.
So what I used to do, like when I used to have albums like that I would listen to, this is like back when they were like cassette tapes.
Okay.
Or some of them didn't even have like lyric books. Some of them did, but not all of them did. So I would sit
Okay.
down and listen to music and write the lyrics out to every song. And um, that kind of allowed me to understand how lyrics flow together or how songs are written.
Okay.
And as I got older, I want to say like I was around 12, 13 years old, I started writing poetry. And eventually these poems would turn into songs.
Yeah.
And so I would just write. I would just write. And I would have like books, spirals full of books, full of songs, you know?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then eventually I got to a point where I would take like my favorite hip hop song, you know, whatever's out on the radio at the time, and I would just make my own song to it. And it would be a completely different song. It wouldn't even be what the original artist did to it. Like I take it and I
Yeah.
make it my own. And again, my dad heard me do that and was like,
Mm.
okay, you know, so
Okay.
I want to say I was like maybe 13, around 13 when I just started writing. And sometimes I didn't know what I was writing about, but I knew what they was talking about in the
Yeah.
songs that I was writing down when I was writing them lyrics. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
it made a way for me to be able to, you know, again, write my own things.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super dope. I like that. Listening to the industry now, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and knowing your style, who would you hear yourself most likely collabing with today?
I would love to work with Tank. That's my guy.
Mm.
He's my
Talk your
favorite.
shit.
I feel like, you know, he's so underrated. And
Yeah.
like I'm glad that now, like over the years he's been underrated. And I
Yeah.
feel like now he's starting to get his shine, especially with him, you know, having that big number one with When We. Um
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
to watch him grow, like I remember when he first came out, what was that? Maybe I Deserve, that very first
Yeah.
album. I've literally bought every single album from this man. And, you know, just to watch him grow and, you know, be able to achieve that goal after so many years is amazing.
Yeah.
So again, he's one of my biggest influences, you know. I feel
Mm.
like we have very similar style. So I would absolutely love to work with him. Um, Another person I would probably love to work with would be I'd love to work with Mariah, of course, because she is like
Iconic.
she's my queen,
Yeah.
my queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you know, I would spend time singing Mariah Carey songs all day, you know. Um, and for me, I love the way that she was able to combine R&B with hip hop. I think she was my first introduction
Mm.
with that. And the way she did that, like it was so awesome. So because of that, you know, it's allowed me to do that in my own way. So I
Yeah.
would love to work with her too.
Yeah.
um I can see myself working with Missy because, you know, even though I sing, I can, you know, she inspired me to be able to rap a little bit. So you
Okay.
know, songs I'll rap a little bit, you know, whatever.
Okay.
Singer, I'm a singer, so don't get it twisted, but I can rap too.
Yeah.
But she kind of inspired me to be able to do that, along with TLC. So yeah, Missy, we can do some things.
Well, look, we gonna put that good energy out in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Tank,
Yes,
Missy, you know what I mean? Mariah, you know, we gonna put that energy out in the atmosphere. And then when
we
y'all
gonna
do them
manifest
songs,
that.
we gonna manifest that. We gonna make that
Yes,
happen. You know what I'm saying? And when you do it, you gonna come back on the Dress the Culture with them and we gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
I did it. I did it.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? Now, around this time, I like to shift things up a little bit, kind of dig into your psyche a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you could share the stage with any artist, dead or alive, you know what I'm talking about, and you know the vibes I'm talking about. I'm talking about arena field, 80, 90,000. You tell an engineer to bring the lights down, and you tell the fans to take out their cell phones and light up the building, wave their hands from side to side. You know, chill bump shit, superstar shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can do that with any artist, dead or alive, Ashton, who you gonna share the stage with?
You know who I'm gonna say? Hey, but if I had to choose someone, just to switch it up a little bit, uh, who is no longer with us, it would be Prince,
Mm.
because he is everything. And
Yeah,
like his style is just
yeah,
amazing. And his, again,
yeah,
his stage presence, like everything
yeah.
about him. So yeah, I would love to perform with I would have loved to perform with him. Who else? I performed with Beyonce and Destiny's Child. I
Okay, all
would do
right. That's a
that.
vibe.
So I would perform with Tamia too,
Yeah,
because again, we have similar styles.
yeah,
Um, she's like that hardcore R&B, like
yeah,
real R&B.
yeah,
She's it. You
yeah.
know, I feel like she doesn't get her flowers as much either. But yeah,
Nah,
I would totally share the stage with her.
yeah. And she got hits. Like, that's a
Yes, she
fact.
does. That's what I'm like.
Yeah,
Y'all sleeping on my girl.
yeah, yeah. That's a fact. Check the numbers on the scoreboard. That's a fact.
Okay.
Um, now, we both know in this game that the internet is a huge part of what we do. You know what I mean? Some people say it's a gift and a curse. Some people say it's smoke and mirrors. Some people say the internet is one of the worst things that happened to the music industry, period. But through your viewpoint, how do you feel the internet has impacted the music industry?
Um, I can definitely agree with a lot of the things you just said. I feel like in regards to the indie artist, it's allowed a lot of doors to open up for us. I feel like, back in the day, the main thing would be to, grind so I can get a deal. And
Yeah,
that was it. That
yeah,
was like that was everybody's end game, was getting
yeah,
signed to a deal. I don't
yeah.
care if I get signed to a deal and get shelved. I just want a deal, because
Just want a deal.
a lot of them get shelved, and people don't talk
Yeah,
about that or know that. But there's a lot of artists out there that had dreams of becoming this big star, and all they're doing is sitting on the shelf, and they
yeah,
can't do anything because they're in these contracts. Um, so I feel like with the internet, it's allowed um it's allowed doors to open that weren't
yeah,
open before. Um,
yeah,
Especially with social media, it kind of cuts the middleman out, because now you're actually able to directly reach fans, which is important, because the fans are the ones that push you up to that next level. They're the ones
yeah,
that realize you. So
yeah,
um, you know, I think it's great. Now, of course, yes, it is. It can be smoke and mirrors at times, but I feel like, honestly, I feel like that's just the industry. Period. It's smoke and mirrors.
period.
How
That's
many
a
people do you
fact.
know that are at the top and are very unhappy?
Yeah,
The fortune and the fame did nothing but drive them crazy.
yeah,
So
yeah,
know what you're asking for before you go there. You know,
yeah, yeah,
um, because yeah, you can have it all and still be unhappy.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's dope.
Yeah, so but again, I feel like, had it not been for the internet, I would not have a lot of the things that I have now.
Mm,
I would have not been able to meet the people that I've been able to meet and connect with. Um,
yeah,
a lot of the producers that I work with now, I would have never met them. I've met them
yeah,
all through
yeah,
Instagram, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
and they're very amazing
yeah,
producers. know. So again, I wouldn't have met them had I not had the internet. So again, it's allowed me to reach people that I wasn't able to reach before. It's
yeah,
allowed me to, again, reach fans, or
yeah,
music lovers out there, around the world. Not just in my city. Because again, we all know, as indie artists, it's hard to make it in your city. So
yeah,
you got to kind of branch out and go into other areas. And so
yeah,
again, being able to connect with people around the world, not just in my area, is amazing.
yeah,
So I mean, I feel like with the internet, it's all about what you make of it. So
yeah, yeah,
if you make it this big negative thing, then yeah, that's what it's going to be.
yeah,
But if you
yeah,
make it a positive thing, then that's what it's going to be too. It's all about your mindset and how you look at it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like your viewpoint. You know what I mean? It especially won't. It especially don't make or break you. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of artists pay for plays and views, and we talk about major artists. They still pay for them numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Good
Believe
old
it or not.
payola that they don't want to call it what it is. We know it's
Yeah.
payola. Y'all call it advertising now, but
Yeah. Talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
So it's definitely, it's how you use it. I like that. You know what I mean? If you could go back and think about, your life and the things you've been through, and you could think about the best advice you've ever been given, what would that be?
Don't stop.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up Tank again. He told me that. Um,
Oh, that's dope.
I actually quit. I took a break from music for about 7 years. And I feel like had I not taken the break that I'd taken, I'd be a lot further along now.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, at the same time, taking that break allowed me to kind of learn some things and, recharge and, figure out who I am as a person, who I want to be,
Yeah.
who I want the world to see. Because, some stuff is for y'all and some stuff is for me because it's
Yeah.
mine,
Talk about it.
you know. But yeah, don't stop. At the end of the day, I think that life, life happens.
Yeah.
Things happen in life, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about what you make of it.
Yeah.
So I feel like, again, had I not stopped and I would have maybe sat back a little bit and maybe more so focused on songwriting opposed to being a big star, I
Yeah.
probably would have been a little further, a little bit better off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that's just my honest to God belief. So yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. It's all about perspectives. You know what I'm saying? It's all lessons, no losses. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Um, if you could change something about the game, what would you change?
Ooh, that's a tough one. The one thing I really, really, really don't like, even though I feel like it's kind of changing now, but I feel like there's not as much emphasis or eyes put on talent.
Mm,
It's more
okay.
so looks.
Yeah.
I mean, not saying that I'm a booger wolf or nothing. I'm cute,
No, we
but at the same
but we just
time,
being honest.
everybody feels like, especially being a woman in this game, you feel like
Yeah.
you have to be that bitch all the time. You have to
Yeah.
come stepping out, you know, hair did, nails did,
Yeah.
everything. And it's like,
Yeah.
come on now, it's not really realistic. Are you really like that 24/7? No.
Yeah.
Are there
Yeah.
some days that I feel like, I want to walk around in a t-shirt
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a hoodie and some sweats?
Yeah.
Yes. And, should I be able to represent that? Yes. Why not?
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
so there's always the emphasis on that. Um, and I feel like, people should, like the artist because they like what they make, not what they look like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, one of the other things that I've always struggled with was my weight and my size,
Yeah.
and that's always been a fight for me and other people.
Yeah.
And I feel like, my fans like me thick, you know,
Yeah. Talk about it.
they like me thick. And,
Yeah.
it's like, we have people who are out there who, who are making it and doing well. I mean, shout out to Lizzo. You know what I'm saying? She doing
Absolutely.
her thing. You know what I'm saying? She's a big thick BBW. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So why can't we be represented in that way? At the end of the day,
Absolutely.
see what's real. And you putting celery stick Sally on stage is making everybody feel like they have to look like that and they have to be that. And the truth is you don't have to be that. It's all about loving
Yeah.
yourself and being who you are. And if you're a
Yeah.
thick queen, you're a thick madam, then be that and own it. Don't look at
Talk your
everybody else and what
shit.
they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Do you and be you. And so that's
Yeah.
the biggest things for me, because that was a big fight for me. And it's like, I can still be sexy and thick, because guess what? Those women exist and they need to be
Yeah.
represented too.
Yeah.
They want to be sexy too. And I want to show them that yes, you are sexy. You
Yeah.
can be sexy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody like it.
Yeah, that's a fact. And you know what's dope about that is giving an honest representation of the real world, because
That part.
we need different viewpoints. You know what I'm saying? It's all not one way. It's so many different layers to so many people, and they want somebody that they can relate to. It's not just one
Absolutely.
mold. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, that's a fact. I like that. If you could go back and give younger you some advice, what would you tell yourself?
To not worry about other people,
Yeah,
not let outside influences change you,
yeah,
or how you view yourself, or how you feel about yourself. If you want to do a certain thing and it feels good to you and it feels right to you and it's for you, let that be for you. It might not be
yeah,
for that person, but you shouldn't allow other people to tell you what to do, and in turn following those things making you unhappy.
yeah,
So I'm all about being happy and doing what makes you happy and what feels good and feels right, you know?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what I would tell myself, don't worry about other people. Cause I mean, at the end of the day, some people are gonna like what you do and some people aren't. And that's okay. You have to learn to be okay with that. So, some people are gonna like you, some people aren't gonna like you. And you can't walk around living your life like, oh my God, why don't they like me?
yeah, yeah. You're gonna be
So
crying for a long time, every day, all day. Yeah,
right, right. Because at the end of the day, some of them are just mad because of the way you shine.
yeah.
And
Talk about it.
that ain't something I can't help. I can't help that.
Yeah,
If I command attention because I walk around happy instead of frowning like you, then
yeah,
hey, it is what it is. I'm a
yeah,
happy person, you know.
yeah. And
So
you should never have to dim your light to make somebody else shine. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
yep.
That's dope. I like that. Look at Ashton coming through, dropping jewels all over the culture. You know what I'm
I,
talking about?
um,
Talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? So what would you like to say to all of your supporters, your fans, your A1s, your day ones, as they say? What message would you like to say to them?
Thank y'all for rocking with me. I love y'all so much. I get so much love from the people who listen to my music. It really does feel good. Because I do like quarterly now. I do like quarterly newsletters to people on my mailing list from my website. And I would do it, but I wouldn't know if people like actually read them. But I would be out in the street and I would run into people and they'd be like, "Oh, I got your newsletter and I really liked it." And it's like,
That's dope.
"Thank you."
Yeah,
So,
that's dope.
it means a lot to know that what I do means something to somebody. And
Yeah,
hell, even if it didn't, it means something to me. And I'm just
yeah.
glad that you guys like what I do. And thank you for allowing me to share my most innermost thoughts with you guys. So I
That's
love I
dope.
love my people.
Yeah, and they love you too. So we gonna do this for them. We gonna do something I call doing it for the culture, rapid fire. I'm gonna ask you some
Okay.
quick questions that's gonna
Okay.
give your fans and supporters a little bit more insight on who you are as a person. You down?
Okay.
All right, let's get it. The first thing I do and think when I wake up in the morning is
Look at my phone.
hot or cold?
Hot
Favorite restaurant?
gringos.
Chicken, steak, or fish?
Chicken.
Favorite pair of shoes of all times?
Flip flops.
If you were stuck on a desert island and could only take 3 albums with you, which albums you taking?
Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, so I have to go with Mariah Carey Rainbow,
Okay,
Aaliyah One in a Million,
okay,
and this is probably going to throw everything off, but Outcast Aquemini.
Oh, okay. Talk your shit. Check, check, and check. I see what type of time you on. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. Favorite drink.
Coke.
Favorite sports team.
The Texans.
Weekends or weekdays.
Weekends.
How many times a day do you think about sex?
All day, every day.
You gotta relax. You gotta relax.
That's
Make
just
good music.
that's why y'all get sexy music, because that's
Talk
all right.
about it. That's a fact.
Back in the day, I didn't know what the hell they was talking about, but I liked it. And it influenced me.
Talk about it. Oh man. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
To read minds.
See, I see. See, I see what you on over there, man. You be trying to dig in people's minds and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I see you.
Brain.
I'm gonna start the sentence and I want you to finish it for me, okay?
Okay.
My name is Ashton, and I am a
singer.
Okay, that's what's up. I like that. Now, tell me what's going on next for you. What you got coming up? Tell everybody how they can get in tune with you. Let them know what type of time you on. Talk your shit.
Okay, so right now, we are working on my EP series, Anomaly.
Okay.
Right now, I have the first EP or episode out. It's Anomaly episode 1. It's 3 songs in total. And there's 3 videos to go along with it. And you have to watch them in order because they all go together. And you'll see little tidbits from one video and the next video. There's a lot of different Easter eggs that I leave here and there. So we're actually, we just wrapped up the second episode. So that's going to be coming to you guys soon. So I'm super excited about that. A lot of people have been asking for it. We've been, trying to finish up these last few videos for y'all. So just be patient. But yeah, I got a lot of good surprises coming y'all's way. So just stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on all social media. Ashten, I like to keep it simple. ASHTEN, music, MUSIC. My name is Ashten. Music is my identifier, so don't get it twisted. Don't call me by my screen name. You can also find me on my website, www.ashtenmusic.com. Subscribe, you'll get my quarterly newsletter. There's a lot of other music on there that you probably can't find in other places. I've got all kinds of special pictures and photos and videos and all kinds of things. So if you go to my website, you'll find a lot of stuff you can't find on social media.
That's dope. What you say, I'm not hard to find. You know what I'm talking about? Not at all. I like that. I want to thank you for coming through to address the culture. Your story was amazing. Your energy was dope. You know what I mean? I love the movement. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to All Star Chuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, shout out to Chuck.
Man, you already know, man. I definitely like the movement, what y'all got going on. Consider this your home away from home. Anytime you got anything you want to talk about or promote, we're going to come back on here. We're going to make it a movie. And I truly thank you for your time and thank you for coming through to address the culture.
Yes, thank you for having me. I had so much fun. And I just appreciate you for the love and support.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And it's definitely a two-way street. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
That's a fact. This is your boy, Big Wall, and this is Address the Culture. And like I always say, your culture makes you who you are, so make sure they respect it. We're going to catch you on the next episode. We out of here.
Big 64 boy.
Scratch.
Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture, huh? Addressing the culture. I'm addressing the culture,